Everyone looks at this painting, and they see a girl turning her head in the light. But nobody realizes that she is not actually looking at you at all. For centuries, the world has been obsessed with the shimmering pearl that hangs from her ear. But there is a far more disturbing secret hidden in the way she holds her mouth. Notice the way the light catches her lips. It is not just moisture, it is a deliberate choice of a ghost. Look closer at the dark void behind her. You might think it is just a wall, but you are staring into a calculated abyss designed to make you feel watched from the shadows. The girl is not a portrait of a person. She is a trap set by Vermeer to capture the very moment of a soul leaving a body. Observe the way her eyes are not matched in focus. One eye is sharp and piercing, while the other is soft and fading into the dark. This is the first layer of the deception that brings us to the true mystery. Most historians will tell you she is wearing a turban. But if you look at the fabric patterns under the heavy shadow, you will see shapes that were never meant to be seen by the naked eye. Vermeer was not just a master of light, he was a master of the invisible spectrum. She is not turning to greet you, she is turning to hide something that she holds behind her left shoulder. Every single brushstroke on her collar is a code that points toward a truth about her existence that was intentionally buried for 400 years. Look at the pearl itself, the jewel that gives the painting its name. But ask yourself how it can exist without a hook. If you zoom into the space between the pearl and her earlobe, you will find a gap of air that defies the laws of physics. The pearl is not attached to her body. It is hovering in space, as if it were a weightless orb of pure light. This is the second mystery of Vermeer's masterpiece. He didn't paint a piece of jewelry. He painted a reflection of a room that no longer exists. Within that single white stroke on the pearl is the distorted reflection of a window and a silhouette that should not be there. Who is the figure standing in the reflection of her earring? And why is she looking away from them? As we move our gaze to the yellow fabric of her dress, notice the texture of the pigments. Vermeer used Lapis Lazuli, a ground gemstone more expensive than gold at the time, just to paint the shadows of her headscarf. This was not an artistic choice. It was an alchemical sacrifice. Why would a modest painter spend a fortune on a color that the human eye can barely perceive in the dark? The answer lies in the way the blue pigment reacts to the light. It creates a halo effect that subtly alters your perception of her skin tone. She appears to be glowing from within because Vermeer was using optical tricks that wouldn't be discovered for another 2 centuries. Her skin is not flesh. It is a translucent layer of glazes designed to mimic the surface of a porcelain doll. Now we reach the final mystery, the one that changes everything you thought you knew about this face. Look at her eyelashes, or rather, the lack of them. In a painting defined by such surgical precision, why would Vermeer omit the most human feature of the eyes? For centuries, people believed they had simply faded away. But modern X-ray scans reveal that they were never there to begin with. This girl is an apparition, a tronie designed to represent a concept rather than a living being. But there is a hidden geometry beneath the surface. If you follow the line of her gaze and cross it with the angle of the pearl, it forms a perfect sacred triangle that leads directly to the corner of the frame. There, hidden in the deepest pigments of the background, Vermeer left a signature that is not a name, but a date that shouldn't exist. He was obsessed with the Camera Obscura, a device that projected images into a dark box. This explains the soft focus and the ethereal glow, but it also suggests a darker reality. He didn't paint her from life, he captured a projection. The girl with a pearl earring is actually the first photograph in history, taken 200 years before the camera was officially invented. She is frozen in a light trap, a ghost caught in a box of mirrors. As the light fades and the shadows grow deeper, you begin to realize that she isn't looking at you because she is looking through you at a world she can never return to. The secret isn't who she was, it's where she was when Vermeer